This guys, I had to bring y'all this information mainly because um there's been a misconception regarding just some of the information that's been put out. I feel as though you know I feel like I have to kind of backtrack, and get some things straight, even if that means I have to acknowledge some of the things that I may have said that was not um, as factual as I initially would have thought. Okay. First off, let me apologize to Gannon. All right, I'm gonna apologize to Jonathan Gannon. I was way too hard on him. For one, what's up, guys? If you coming in, drop a like. I was way too harsh on Gannon. I was way too harsh on Jonathan Gannon. Um, it wasn't his fault. Okay, it wasn't his fault. Um, it's on Nick Sirianni. The Super Bowl's over. It's been almost like a week or however long it's been. But I have to give you guys the right information, okay? Because we've been bamboozled. We've really been bamboozled. Now, I don't know if Nick Sirianni is just untouchable or he's blameless, but he is the sole reason. Well, he's a big part of why our defense has looked the way it's looked for the past 2 years. He's a huge reason. It's his philosophy. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly what he said, right? If you're coming in, drop a like for me. It's Jonathan Gannon's defensive philosophy. Okay? Nick Sirianni, what does Nick Sirianni do? I mean, what is his description? Nick Sirianni does not call the plays on offense. He doesn't call the plays on defense. He really oversees the entire team as a whole. Okay, so it's Nick Sirianni's job to help with making adjustments. If he sees, for instance, the defense getting gashed, it's his responsibility as the head coach to step in and make corrections, help with the scheme, help with making changes schematically. Okay, he didn't do that. You know, Gannon was his guy. He hired Gannon. Okay, Nick Sirianni hired Gannon to fulfill a certain philosophy. Now, I'm going to show you guys before I even finish. I'm going to show you. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it real quick for you guys, so I can so you can have better context. Okay, you guys can hear me. Don't blame Nick. Okay, yeah, of course. What's up, gang? Everybody can hear what's up. Of course, don't blame Nick. That's the problem. I don't know. This guy has literally been like he's been getting away. Okay, he's been getting away because we don't actually know what he does. Okay, we don't actually know what he does. I'm gonna tell you, it's his job to oversee the entire team. That's why he's not calling plays, because for one, he was pretty bad at it, and number two, he said it himself. He wanted to oversee the entire team. If the defensive side of the ball needed help, he can go help the defensive side of the ball. If the offensive side of the ball needed help or whatever, he can do that. Okay. Now let's just go to what he said. Let's just go to Nick. It's coming from the horse's mouth here. Okay. Right from the horse's mouth. I'll play it. Okay? I'll play it for you guys. He's pretty much saying it's his philosophy. Whatever coordinator, with whatever, if you come in here, smash that like button for me. the coordinator has to adhere to his philosophy, okay? And part of that is not giving up explosive plays, being passive. That's Nick Sirianni's philosophy. Let me ask you something. If you at work and your boss tells you to do something, okay, and do it a certain type of way, unfortunately, we have to adhere to what your boss is telling you to do. That's what Gannon was doing. He hired Gannon for this reason, okay?
You're going to maintain that scheme?
Or listen, they asked him, is you going to maintain that scheme?
Are you going to maintain that scheme, or do you want to just find the best guy possible?
There's core thought processes that I have on defense. Do I like a lot of the things that we're doing there? Yes, I do. I really believe in the turnover differential. I really believe in the explosive play differential. And there's going to be things situationally that are non-negotiables. I'm going to naturally have things that I'm going to require the next defensive coordinator to do. It's still going to look a little different when that guy calls it as opposed to Coach Gannon. I'm not opposed to changing. I do have core beliefs that I don't want to change. Hopefully I answered your question.
Okay. He pretty much, you can go look at my shorts, okay? You'll get all the information regarding the press conference and things like that, the important parts. So you don't have to go through, the entire press conference. I just give you guys what's important, okay? He pretty much said a whole bunch of nothing, okay? He contradicted himself the entire time. He gave an answer without giving an answer. You know what I'm saying? So, but pretty much what he said is this is his philosophy, okay? And there's going to be certain certain things that he's going to stick with, but he's not willing to change. He's willing to change, but there are certain core values that he's going to stick with. Okay, that's what he said out of his mouth. Okay, so here's the thing. It's Nick Sirianni's defensive philosophy. Jonathan Gannon was literally doing what Nick Sirianni wanted him to do. Nick Sirianni hired Gannon. Gannon was Nick Sirianni's guy. If you're in here, drop a like. It's his guy. Okay? That was his guy. That's his guy. That's his guy, bro. Exactly. He says no way you're saying it's Nick's fault. Bro, listen to me and listen to me carefully. I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to reiterate everything I said, and I'm not going to speak on it again, okay? I showed you the clip with Nick Sirianni literally saying it's his philosophy, it's his scheme. It's Nick Sirianni's scheme. It's Nick Sirianni's scheme. He literally said it out of his mouth. The scheme is the problem. Every time we play an elite quarterback or a subpar quarterback, above average quarterback, we get gashed. It's Nick Sirianni's scheme and his philosophy. Jonathan Gannon was hired to adhere to his core values and his philosophy, bro. God, it's Jonathan Gannon's. It's Jonathan Gannon. No, it's Nick Sirianni's scheme. Okay, it's Nick Sirianni's. He said it out his mouth. I can play the clip again for you. I'm not saying this, bro. I'm not coming on here just with a random opinion. I'm going off what Nick Sirianni said out of his mouth. That's it, bro. I'm going off what Nick Sirianni said out of his mouth. I don't know what else. You guys heard it, right? Okay. So my whole thing is this. I wouldn't necessarily say Gannon was a scapegoat, but that's kind of what we do here, okay? We sometimes we just pile on a certain person, And I was the main one, don't get me wrong. I was the main one that I'm the biggest. I didn't like Gannon. I don't want him back. I'm still glad he's gone. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But Nick Sirianni he's the head coach. Look, for God's sake, bro. For God's sake, come on, man. Listen to me. Nick Sirianni handpicked Jonathan Gannon. What more do you need to? He picked Jonathan Gannon to run this defense. Sounds like they should hire me. Now I mean, with our defense, they can hire you. They can pick someone out of the chat and hire them, bro. With the pieces that we have, it's not hard, bro. It's not hard. Okay, you in a Super Bowl, you blitz and you apply pressure. You bring 6, you bring 5, you give different looks. You just sitting back, letting them pick you apart. That's literally what our defense always does. That's what they've always done. For God's sake, I'll bring 6, 7. I'll bring extra if they beat us over the top. Good, whatever, You still you speed up the time clock in the quarterback's head. So now things are sped up because you have to make decisions faster. Okay? You apply pressure to a quarterback that was quote unquote hurt. Okay? He was quote unquote hurt. This guy he was hurt, right? I'm sending pressure. If we get beat over top, I don't care. At least my offense is getting the ball back. I'm not just going to let them milk the clock. Okay? Nick Sirianni hired Jonathan Gannon first off. Jonathan Gannon was Nick Sirianni's guy. Jonathan Gannon was Nick Sirianni's guy, for God's sake. He hired Jonathan Gannon to fulfill his philosophy schematically, bro. He said it out his mouth. I'm going to play it again, bro. I'm going to play it one more time, okay? I'm going to play it one more time.
Are you going to maintain that scheme, or do you want?
He asked, are you going to maintain that scheme?
Are you going to maintain that scheme, or do you want to just find the best guy possible?
There's core thought processes that I have on defense. Do I like a lot of the things that we're doing on there? Yes, I do. I really believe in the turnover differentially. That are non-negotiables. I'm going to naturally have things that I'm going to require the next defensive coordinator to do. It's still going to look a little different when that guy calls it as opposed to Coach Gannon. I'm not opposed to changing. I do have core beliefs that I don't want to change. Hopefully I answered the question.
No, first off, you did answer the question. You pretty much just told us that it's your scheme, okay? So that's pretty much that, man. It's on Nick Sirianni, all right? It's on Nick Sirianni. He's the man this is his defensive philosophy, bro. He literally saying it. And he's not going to change it. It's on him. Okay? It's on Nick. It's on Nick Sirianni, man. Okay? Jonathan Gannon has just been taking all the flack because he's the defensive coordinator. No, he's just doing what his boss is telling him to do. Why his boss hired him. Simple, okay? Now, of course, no one's talking about this. I've heard no one say anything about Nick Sirianni and the fact that this is his scheme, his core beliefs, his philosophy, his value. He said it. I'm not saying this. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody. This is on Nick Sirianni. I don't know if he's like the golden boy, everybody loves him, whatever the case may be. But bro, if as the head coach, They let you pick your staff, okay? Now, with Doug Peterson, I see why they didn't let Doug Peterson pick his defensive coordinator. Let the organization pick the coordinator, okay? Nick Sirianni, you're done. You do not pick the coordinators, okay? We do not pick the coordinators. You're done. After Jonathan Gannon, no, we good, okay? We're good. Okay, we're good. All right. We see what you do. Let me look at a couple comments real quick. He said you're definitely right, bro. Ain't nobody gonna talk about it. Nobody talk about it. Oh, that's a lot of trolls in here. I got any mods in here? Nope. There's a lot of trolls in here. That's cool. I troll myself, so it's all good. But yeah, that's what it is. If you in here, drop a like for me, man. That's what's going on. Okay. Now I will say this. I'm gonna touch briefly on our coaching staff, the vacancies. Okay. I don't want Brian Johnson as our offensive coordinator. I mean, I need someone proven. Okay. Jalen Hurts has his own system. If you're not gonna elevate Jalen Hurts and have him become better under center in different formations, single back formation, I formation, if you can't install in him better techniques than an RPO, then I mean, how useful are you? Okay, the relationship, the camaraderie, things like that. Okay, that's really a thing. Okay, I will keep him as a quarterback coach. Okay, I'll keep him as a quarterback coach if he can find a better job. Okay, cool. But I want somebody who's proven, on our offensive coordinator and our defensive coordinators. I'm gonna just touch on this briefly. I want someone that's proven, that's won championships, that has a great track record. I'll put it like that. Okay. Now, Howie Roseman. I'm gonna touch on Howie Roseman. Let's bring in Lovie Smith. I'm cool with that. He's been in a Super Bowl. He knows what it takes to win. He's won a Super Bowl with Tampa. I'm fine with Lovie. Hear me out though, okay? Now, Howie Roseman is not happy. Howie Roseman is not happy at all. Okay. I'll touch on Howie real quick. Howie left Jonathan Gannon in Arizona and say, hey, you're not flying back with the team. Gannon didn't even know he wasn't flying back. He told Gannon, you're not flying back with the team. You can stay in Arizona. We're going to pretty much move on from you regardless. It was basically him firing him. Howie is not pleased. Howie is pissed, okay? I looked at the presser. Howie is salty. Howie is upset. Okay, Howie is upset. We came 3 points away, a couple minutes away from winning a championship. And we lost due to our defense. Our defense that was supposedly the best pass defense in the NFL. With a historic sack rate. Got gashed in the Super Bowl? That's not a good look, guys. That's terrible. Howie, look, here's a couple reasons why I know Howie is not Howie Roseman, our general manager. He's really ticked off. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you how I know this. He left Gannon. He said, you know what, you're not even coming back with us. Okay, Gannon was under the impression that he would be the defensive coordinator next year. That's why he came out and said, I'm not going anywhere. Philly is not going to let me go anywhere. That was Howie. That call was Howie. Gannon didn't lie in his presser. I mean, not in his presser, in the interview on a radio station, not a radio station. After the NFC Championship game, he was saying, yeah, they're not letting me go anywhere. Gannon was not lying. Howie Roseman said, you know what? You can go look for another job. Look, Howie is pissed. Okay, he won general manager of the year or whatever. And he's a this would have put him as a this would have put Howie in the Hall of Fame for sure. Okay. And I mean, to lose a Super Bowl the way we did, with a defense that is supposedly a perennial one of the historically all time in NFL history, a top 3 sack producing defense, to lose in the fashion that we lost, 0 sacks. He told Gannon, you can stay where you at, okay? And his mannerisms, just his body language, facial expressions, Howie is heated. I think Howie's going to empty the clip. I think Howie, if you in here, drop a like, please. I think Howie is about to go all out. He's about to go all out, okay? He definitely wants his revenge right now, okay? So, I think Howie's livid. Howie's livid. A lot of people are not returning. I wouldn't be surprised if there's Quez Watkins, Miles Sanders, a lot of TJ Edwards. I think a lot of these guys are gone. I think Howie is really, I think we're going to see a really dark side of Howie, okay? I think Howie is about to be on demon time. What Howie did, Gannon, look, Gannon was not prepared for an interview with Arizona, okay? He said, I ain't worried about it. We need another Jim Johnson. We really do. We handle Brian DeBall pretty well. Bro didn't even get on the plane. Not being talked about enough. Plus Sirianni not stepping in to call for adjustments after our D got dragged. Yeah, but even then, Nick Sirianni has to intervene, bro. Nick Sirianni has to intervene. He has to. What else are you doing? You're not calling plays. You're here to oversee the entire team, okay? That's why you're not calling plays, to free you up to do those kind of things. Nick, you got to step in and help make adjustments. You got to say, hey, something has to change, okay? You have to, okay? Now, Howie is on demon time, bro. I don't know if I ever seen Howie like this, man. And I kind of understand why the front office, kind of micromanages the head coaches, don't want to get him too much power, because after Chip Kelly, gave away Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy, it was like, we can't get these just that much power. And then with Doug Peterson, they hired I can't think of our defensive coordinator at the time, his name. Gosh, I keep forgetting his name, but they hired him. Doug Peterson didn't pick his staff. This time around, they were a little more lenient with Nick Sirianni, when in actuality, they should have picked his staff. They should have picked his defensive coordinator, but in hindsight, I can say that. But moving forward, they're not going to let this another Jonathan Gannon happen again. I want the organization to pick the defensive coordinator, not Gannon. Seriously, not Gannon, okay? Not Gannon. I think we need to let Sanders go. Look, bro, look. I'm gonna be honest. After this Super Bowl loss, heads gotta roll, okay? Furniture gotta be moved. Things has to change. It has to. We just lost a Super Bowl that we could have easily won. We were up 10 at the half, if I'm not mistaken. We were in control of that game the entire time, up until like the end of the fourth quarter. And it was because of the defense. When literally all you had to do, listen, guys, I'm being as blunt as possible. Anyone in this chat can call plays for our defense. That's how we have the pieces, okay? Dude, just blitz. and play some press coverage from time to time with a safety over the top. Okay? But Howie, I'm telling you, Howie is about to, we might see a Howie that we might get that 2017 Howie. We might get that 2017 Howie. I think Howie about to empty the clip. I think he about to go all in. We're gonna pay Jalen. That is for like that's another entirely different stream in itself. The Jalen Hurts contract, which I'll probably bring that to you guys tomorrow. That's an entire different. That's like a yikes. Okay, but I think Howie is going to really show us a side of him that we haven't seen in a long time. Okay. One thing about the Super Bowl loss, I think it'll be good for our team, for our overall. You got to take steps, man. To reach that mountaintop, you need that experience. And I'll kind of like I'll use that to segue into missing pieces that the Eagles need. Before I get into that, let me read some comments real fast. Bro faked the injury just in case he lost. Yeah, bro, he definitely faked that injury. And I'm gonna speak on that more. I got Weapon. How do you feel about Eric Bieniemy signing with the Redskins? He got to prove himself. Well, with the Washington Commanders, he got to prove himself. They don't quite believe in him yet. They feel like he's under Andy Reid and he's under Patty Mahomes. So I mean, I feel like they feel like it's a bit easier for him. But I mean, he's a black offensive coordinator. Trying to get a head coaching job. That just comes with it. You guys got to work a little bit. You just got to work a tad bit harder to prove yourself. Go do it, Eric. Simple as that. Ain't no hate there, but just prove yourself. I'm all cool with it. Honestly, there's no, I'm cool with it. Fake, did you see it versus the Jags? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. He had 2 weeks to recover. I'm not really going to get into his injury, but I'll say this. He had 2 weeks to recover. After the 2 weeks, right? It looked like he hurt it really bad. And the next play, he's running for like nothing's ever happened, bro. So, I mean, faking it, that's a legit move. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback I've seen since Aaron Rodgers. Pure talent-wise and just, dude is the GOAT. He's going to be the next GOAT, okay? I'll say that. But if he faked it, that's smart, bro. I'm fine with that. Let them think I'm hurt. Because when he got hurt, I'm like, oh yeah, we finna win this, and we up. I was for sure we was gonna win, so I'm cool with him doing it. I'm cool with whatever. I'm cool, bro. Because after the injury, dude looked like he was running like 4.3, a 4.4. Dude is fast. He a GOAT. Dude the GOAT. I ain't even gonna cap to you. Dude looked like he was running like a 4.4. He got 4.4 speed. He outrunning people like, what the on a bat? Nah. Ain't nothing wrong with that boy ankle. And if he faked it, that's like some high IQ. Bro, I got nothing but respect for that. He's a genius. Okay? But moving on, right? Pieces, something. I'll tell you what the Eagles are missing, okay? And what do you guys think the Eagles are missing? Comment right real quick in the comment section, because I know no one is even hip to, no one has no idea what the Philadelphia Eagles are missing right now. As loaded as our roster is, how could you say we're missing anything? A free safety. A free safety? Yeah, man, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, okay, but I mean, yeah, you can say that. We do need to upgrade, at the safety position over Marcus Epps. I'll give you that. Linebackers, yeah, for sure. I mean, but okay, go ahead, keep going. Wide receiver 3 and a linebacker. Yep, that's fair. Those are all solid. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. Those are all solid. Sign an edge. or a pass rushing defensive tackle, I want them to trade up for Jalen Carter in the draft. So I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. What else? What else? What else? I mean, just in general. And not just from a player perspective. You could go with coaching perspective, the type of player, whatever, man. Just give me, let me get some feedback real quick. I want to know what the Eagles are missing on this team. Bro, this is a gem. I'm gonna give y'all a nugget. I'm gonna give you guys a nugget before I get off of here. Okay? I'm gonna give you guys a nugget before I get off of here. Once James Bradbury leaves, we need a cornerback, a team captain that can rally everybody. Who said that, bro? Touch grass. Dude, that's exactly what we need, bro. I didn't think anybody was going to guess that, bro. Wow, bro, that's exactly what we need, bro. Okay, Jalen is a team leader. We have captains, but we need that vocal leader. Look, all right, I watched the mic up version, okay? And look, let me tell you real quick. When adversity struck the Chiefs, I seen Travis Kelce talking to his guys. I seen Travis Kelce telling his guys, hey, we're only down at half. I see him talking to his guys throughout the game. I see Chris Jones telling his defense, hey, after a turnover, hey, sit down. The defense, all of you guys sit down. He went to everybody that was standing up and made everybody go sit down because he knew that they were going to go back out and they needed rest. He made the whole defense sit down like, hey, everybody sit down. We're about to go back out. We need rest. I see Travis Kelce walking up to all of the offensive players, telling them like, hey, we good. We got this. Keep doing you. He talking to Kadarius Toney, the guy with the big punt return and who caught a touchdown to pass or whatever. He was talking to this man throughout the game, motivating him, bro. And he making big plays throughout the game, bro. He making big plays throughout the game. And I'm looking like, and then I look at the Eagles sideline, and we do not have that vocal leader who can rally the troops. It's just a bunch of free agents. Brandon Graham's getting old, Fletcher's getting old, but we still, Jalen Hurts is not a vocal leader, okay? He's a guy that keeps everybody calm and cool and collected. You know, he's a leader in his he's not walking back and forth talking to people. He's not that vocal Brian Dawkins type leader. That's what we need. And I'll tell you, bro, and that brings me back to my playing days. My coach used to always tell us, we used to get deep in the playoffs. We'd be like, we'll get to like we'll go to like the state semifinals and we'll lose. Then we'll drop back to the city bracket, and then we'll lose in the city championship game. And this happened like all 4 years of my playing years, right? And he'll always tell us like, hey, we need a leader. We don't have a leader. We need leadership. No one stepped up and was a vocal leader, man. And there was one day in training camp, right? We had like 4 or 5 different teams in our facility, and you know they were doing a lot of talking. They were doing a lot of talking, right? And I was hearing it. So the following day of practice, I rallied the troops, right? Before we start practice, we'll stretch. Then we'll do like a couple laps around like this huge entire complex, this field, right? And while we were doing that lap, I led a chant, okay? And it was like, everywhere we go, people want to know who we are, who we are, so we tell them, we are the Raiders. And bro, that whole training camp, we lit everybody up, you know. And my head coach came to me and he was like, man, that's what we need. Continue to do that. We need a leader, you know. And I stopped, you know. It was just like something natural, but I was never that type of leader. But that always resonate with me. It resonated with me when I watched that mic'd up, and I'm like, man, we don't have. That's why we love Chauncey so much. But Chauncey, he isn't like we need somebody. Hopefully, somebody can go into that role. Chauncey is kind of that guy, but he's new here, so you know he's just a high energy guy. We do not have a leader, bro. We do not have a verbal we don't have that type of leader, man. We have captains. We don't have that type of leader on our team. Look, think about 2017. Think about 2017. We had Malcolm Jenkins and we had Rodney McLeod. Those are our vocal leaders. Those was the vocal leaders. If we had them guys, if we had somebody like that during the Super Bowl, I mean, as soon as adversity hit, it's like the team kind of like is. Even with Jalen Hurts fumble, I seen everybody, the energy just get drained. Nobody's lifting up the other players. Nobody's rallying the troops. But Jalen Hurts go out there, he make plays. Jalen Hurts leads by example. Okay, that's not his style, man. He's a leader, but in a different way. He leads with his hard work, with how he prepares, the things he do on the field. But he's quiet. We need a verbal. I hope Chauncey turns into that because he's the best. He can really turn into because he's a high energy guy. That's what we need. That's what this team is missing, bro. I guarantee you, if we have that, I mean, Fletch, Brandon Grant, I didn't see that from nobody from the team captains. I didn't see that. Darius Slay, I didn't see that from him. Chauncey fits the city, yeah, because his energy and his passion. Lions gonna be the NFC got no real competition. Whoa, you tripping. TJ can't cover. Minshew couldn't beat the Saints. We need a backup quarterback. Davion Taylor and Dean. Your weapon, can I be a mod? I don't know, bro. It depends on if I see. It depends on how much I see you in here. Pick up Ramsey. I don't know about that. Bring back our old fight song, curse some more. Yeah, guys, that's honestly all right, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, just let me see you a couple more streams consistently. I'll throw some mods to you around, bro. Bro, Slay is kind of selling. Do we need a new cornerback? Absolutely not. Dude, the cornerbacks, here's the thing about cornerbacks, okay? We don't need corners, okay? With corners, if you got them, you better keep them, okay? They're hard to come by. And I done seen some bad cornerbacks in the Philly, bro, okay? We need to keep Bradbury and Slay, okay? These dudes are like a dime a dozen. It's hard, bro. I'm telling you, it's hard to come across just solid above average corners. Dude, these guys are like diamonds in the rough, okay? You don't just, bro, you got to keep them. We have to keep them. I'm telling you now, especially with the Eagles. It's hard for us to find solid corners, okay? We cannot draft a cornerback to save our life. Okay, we need to keep our secondary intact. Okay, we need to. Okay, get some coverage line, but get some overall. I'll get some linebackers, man, and get a better get Marcus Epps up out of there. But I'm keeping my secondary intact. It's hard to come across these guys, man, especially in Philadelphia, because we're just not good at drafting cornerbacks. So if you got some above average ones, yeah, Slay. Let me see with Slay. I mean, Slay is definitely a top. He's definitely like top 10 for sure, top 10 corner. So is Bradbury. When you got top 10 corners on both sides, man, you keep them, man. You keep them. We just have to. Because I'll tell you right now, we're not just going to find a cornerback. That's the Eagles. They just do not draft well. They just don't draft cornerbacks well, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. They don't draft cornerbacks well. They don't. We've even with Nnamdi Asomugha, we gave him that huge contract. He was playing lights out with the Raiders. He came here, was terrible, bro. Like, oh man, no, bro. We got to keep these guys. Because I'm telling you, when he's gone, think about before we had Slay, how bad it was. Slay has his ups and downs, and he's older. So I mean, if he's gonna get got as a cornerback, you're gonna get got. Okay, you're going to. All right, you're going to get beat, man. You're going to. Okay, but I wouldn't. I can't come off either one of those guys. It's hard to find them. It's way too hard to find them, bro. Seriously, guys. If Kelsey doesn't come back, do you? Oh yeah, Cam Jurgens is ready to go. Look. During the offseason, I was saying like Cam Jurgens can be better. Had the potential to be better than Jason Kelsey. I said it here first. I love Jason. Everybody loves Kelsey. Jurgens definitely has the ability to be better than Jason Kelsey. I'm telling you, dude is a dog, and he's learning from Kelsey. I'm telling you, hey man. Look, Jason Kelsey picked Cam Jurgens, okay? He handpicked Cam Jurgens to replace him. That says a lot. Okay. I think eventually about 7 years, something like that, Cam Jurgens will definitely be, yes, bro. He'll be in the same bracket or tier as a Jason Kelsey, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, dude's a dog, man. Dude's a dog. What you think about the linebacker from Clemson? Bro. I've been doing some research on the draft and players and things like that. When it starts heating up, I'll be ready for you guys. I'll be ready for you guys with that for sure. I'll get this stream like 15 more minutes to just talk to you guys, and I'll end it with just answering some questions. More picks in the trenches this year. Maybe offensive tackle with 100. This is what I want. I want them to trade up. Because you know how we will make a trade to go get who we want. All right. He went up to get Devontae. I mean, the last couple drafts, he went up to get Devontae. He went up to get Jordan Davis. Listen, now you heard it here first. I think Howie just got a infatuation with these guys from Georgia. I say you go get Jalen Carter, okay? He played with Nakobe Dean. He played with Jordan Davis. You know, go get one of the best players on the national championship team, okay? Build through Georgia. Go get the championship caliber players, okay? And that just adds to the chemistry. You got Jalen Carter, Nakobe Dean, and Jordan Davis. That is going to be your future, okay? And you know, that's what I do. I trade. Hear me out. I trade. Okay, you probably have to go in the top 5 to get Jalen Carter. You're at 10, so to go up 5 spots, you're not going to have to give up much. And there's going to be a lot of trades, you know, for these quarterbacks. Then you got Will Carter, if I'm not mistaken. So that's 3 picks right there. Jalen Carter for sure is going top 10. We can go from, if he slides to like 6, you go get him. Okay, you get a pass rushing defensive tackle, a disruptive defensive tackle to pair with Jordan Davis, Hargrave, and you know you revamp that defensive line with your that's what I say. I'll just say that you go get Jalen Carter. Honestly, what you got to give up, you probably got to give up. I wouldn't say that. Would you have to give up that first both of your first your both of your first round? I mean, of course you have to give up your first round pick, that 10th round overall pick, and you have to give up that 30th pick or whatever in the first round. Or, you know what I mean, maybe you try to move up before the draft. I say you move up before the draft, honestly. More picks in the trenches this year for sure, bro. That's what I got. That's what I think. That's what I think for sure. Get more picks in the trenches. What you think about the linebacker from Clemson? Oh, that's actually a good point. Hard to fill those shoes because he doesn't come back. Okay, anybody remember that man Huff? Golly, Josh Huff, boy, was a bum. Another Jalen Mills or Big Money Slay. What? What's up, Weapon X? I want to roll just listening. I appreciate you, Eric. Slay's kind of selling, bro. It's hard to play corner in the NFL. You know, you gonna give up plays. Draft a DB really high. I don't know about that, man. I don't want the Eagles going nowhere near defensive backs in the draft. They just don't draft defensive backs well. Okay? While we blaming Nick, you gotta go back. You gotta go back to the beginning, bro. And I know it's questionable, but hey, nobody. And so I'm surprised nobody brought this up. As much as people get on here talking, I'm just surprised no one. I don't get it, bro. He said, trust Howie. We are not drafting defensive back. I hope not, because we can't. Look. Certain organizations draft certain positions really well. Okay, we are great at offensive line and defensive line in the first, and in drafts. It's like it's hard for us to miss. Okay, just go with that, man. For real. I don't want them picking a cornerback. I definitely don't want them picking the cornerbacks. I heard is deep in this draft. Okay. But they just can't draft defensive backs, this organization. We got Maxwell after Seattle and he was bad. Like, bro, I'm telling you, once you got above average corners, you keep them. I know Slay is getting old, but man, bro, it's a lot to be desired at times, but man, bro, you got to stick with him. I'm gonna be honest, man. You got to stick with him. We just had a really hard time with defensive backs, bro. I'm not going in a draft with a possibility of missing. Nah, bro, I'm good. I think something happened off the field. Something happened with him off the field, and he was a miss. He wasn't that good. Come on, bro. Now he bringing up Danny Watkins. Bro, you gonna make me like I'm feeling sick now. We better draft a linebacker. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I feel like if we get a linebacker and if we can get like a dog at linebacker in the middle of the field, because I'm under the impression, I feel as though we need an impact player at each level. Okay, so the defensive line needs an impact player. Linebacker, we need an impact player, and in the secondary, we need an impact player. And you go from there and build around those. All right. So I for sure feel like we need a linebacker. Hopefully, Nakobe Dean, he'll be like a weak side linebacker, but we need somebody in the middle as a captain. We need a dog. If we can go get a dog approved, Bobby Wagner would have been great for us, man. Bobby Wagner would have been great for us. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's definitely an interesting point, bro. Riley Cooper, Lovey, for sure. Who do you like at DC, bro? At defensive coordinator, I want somebody proven. I want at both coordinator positions. I want somebody who's actually won, who's proven. I want somebody with like an alpha mentality more so, where like aggressive. I want an aggressive style of defense. I want somebody who's been to the Super Bowl, won Super Bowls, won multiple games in the league. I needed someone that's seasoned. Okay, I like maybe a former head coach that was a defensive coordinator that won titles. Whoever that may be, whoever that may be. I'm gonna be honest. Whoever that may be. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Give me one of those guys, and we go from there. Same with offensive coordinator. I need somebody that's proven, someone that won championships and playoff games. We need to teach Jalen more than this RPO thing, okay? Because it's going to get tougher and tougher in the NFL. The division is literally going to draft and get pieces to be able to counteract or attack us, okay? The entire NFC is building to match up against us now. And that's the NFL. You got to continue to be versatile, switch things up, okay? So I'm going with a coordinator that can teach Jalen Hurts. I'm not going with a coordinator that's just going to ride Jalen Hurts' coattail like Shane Steichen did, or how Brian Johnson's going to do. They're just going to run the RPOs and be the same thing. No, we need a lot of different wrinkles. Jalen Hurts got to continue to progress. I don't want him to get comfortable just in this RPO. I don't want him to get comfortable. So those are the coordinators that I want. They have to want both offensive and defensively. Okay, I want one proven. Okay, meaning championships, won Super Bowls as coordinators, head coaches, whatever, and won playoff games. Okay, I don't want no new guy with some. I mean, even if you can find a guy with someone that's ahead of the curve, but dog, I ain't risking it, man. I'm not risking it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want somebody that's proven. And that way they can also Nick Sirianni can lean on those guys, and he can actually, pull a coattail, or they can put him under his wing and teach him and make him better. Because he's a young coach. He need those guys around him. And what they did with Doug Peterson was I feel like they should have the same blueprint with Doug Peterson. They should have implemented it with Nick Sirianni's coaching staff. Now, I feel like they had a bad taste in their mouth about what transpired with Doug Peterson, and I feel like they kind of felt bad about it. They wanted to learn from it. Just as far as him leaving because he couldn't pick his coaching staff. Okay, so they's like, you know what? We're gonna let the new head coach pick his staff. We kind of learned what went bad with Doug Peterson, but in doing that, dog, it failed us a little bit at the end, and I just wish Nick Sirianni, man, I wish you'd have made some adjustments, because that's his defense. It's Nick Sirianni's philosophy. It's him. Okay, we already went through it. I'm not gonna go back and backtrack. And it's already said and done. It's proven. It's not just me coming up with random stuff. So definitely, bro. That's what I want out these coordinators. Sirianni didn't do nothing wrong. He will form this team all back. All right, man. Whatever, bro. I already went through that and proven. I already said what I had to say about that. So it is what it is, man. Wentz and Bieniemy mid. Hey, I don't know, man. The fact that Eric Bieniemy, he's proven, okay, he's won championships. So you have to acknowledge that before you even formulate any opinion or give your take. All right, you have to understand that he's proven, he's won championships. All right, so that's always a thing to actually be concerned about. And he just beat us. He just gashed our defense, and now he's in our division. That's that's the Washington Commanders playing chess right now. Well, let me see. Lovey focus on takeaways. That's up our alley. Yeah, but he do like that cover two shell to where like he's kind of like sort of like the same. Longest man, I want somebody that's blitzing 40% of the time, bro. That's what I want, man. I want somebody that's gonna blitz. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. My bad for bringing him up. No, that's good. Look, Sidney Jones, yeah. Again, you can go down the list of bad defensive backs. We got some above average solid ones. We need to keep them, bro. How about Joey Porter from Penn State? I don't know yet, man. I like Joey Porter, the coach. I mean, a player. You know, the Steelers in Arizona. Lovie Smith would be able to go. I actually like Lovey here in that. I like Lovey. He's proven. He's been to the Super Bowl. He won a championship with Tampa. I like that, bro. Yeah, I like Lovey. Oh my God! If they get Lovie Smith at defensive coordinator, a former head coach, that's all my requirements right there. Former head coach, won a Super Bowl, was a head coach, coached his team to a Super Bowl, won playoff games, bro. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. You can't beat it, bro. Man, that'd be a blessing. When are you streaming it again? That's the thing, man. You just got to look out for them. I try to stream every day, every other day. So hey, just stay locked in, bro. Turn the notifications on, and you'll know. You know what I'm saying? You'll know, bro. Turn them noties on. How do you think the division gonna look next year? I think it's gonna be a drastic change. I think a lot of teams are gonna take steps back. I don't think it's gonna be as good as next year for sure. I don't know. That's just how I feel. It could get better. I think teams take a step back, in my opinion. Bro. I may be totally wrong, but maybe that's just me hoping the division is trash, so we can run it up again. Frank Reich leaving was so sad, especially when he went 9-7 the year after. Frank Reich leaving where? Leaving the Eagles. Frank Reich is regarded as like he might go to the Hall of Fame. Patrick King will be available. What's your thought? Be available. Your thoughts? Got rid of the Raven stuff on IG. Again, I'm not sure, man. They do that just to set a tone, like, hey, I'm ready to. A lot of that just be that's just part of them. That's just the business aspect of it when they erase all the team social media stuff. That's kind of like a, that's all like a little business ploy where like they do that to send a message to the organization. But nowadays that's what they do. So we got to implement a West Coast offense with RPO. Yeah, we got to mix it up, man. We got to add a lot of different wrinkles because the NFL is already trying to take out the quarterback sneak, and they're already trying to nerf us, man. They are already trying to nerf us. How do you feel about signing Josh Jacobs? I don't know about that. I feel like in running back, you go young. We got Kenny Gainwell. You can find a running back in like the 3rd or 4th round, something like that. I'm not paying running backs, bro. I'm sorry, man. I love Miles too. He said that won't happen. Winston Bieniemy mid, yeah, I don't know, man. You gotta give credit to what Bieniemy has accomplished. But Carson's mid. Raiders will sign him on like 4-year deal. He goes somewhere else, maybe Arizona. Sirianni didn't do nothing. Okay, bro, whatever. I already mentioned that. Patrick, Josh Jacobs right now is the same as the rumors about us getting Le'Veon Bell. Think about Brian DeBall and Daniel Jones this year. I don't know, man. I think the NFC East is gonna be mid. Weapon, when are you streaming again? I already answered that. He took all the Raven stuff. Him and Dean, man, bro, crazy duo. Facts. That rhymes. Super pods. You do content too. Definitely a sign. Reddit good. I'm a sub. Yeah. Okay. I want Lovey Smith. I want Lovey Smith too. Yeah. What happened to Kill Ringo? He's the best cornerback. How he projected now. Bridge top 5 corner. I'm not too sure. Stuff I got you too. Thanks, y'all. Andy. No. Okay. He said Andy. No way we are trading up. We don't have a 4th, 5th, or 6th. I mean, but does it matter? I mean, in the draft, really, you only need to hit on 2 or 3 players. Okay, so if you can hit on 2 or 3 players, you won. So I would focus all my resources on hitting on these players. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of draft picks this year anyway. If I can get one Hall of Famer out of a draft class each year, great draft. You know what I'm saying? Great draft. If you can trade up and get a Hall of Fame caliber player, and if you can hit and get a Hall of Fame Pro Bowl All-Pro player, man, I mean, you pretty much won in that draft. Aaron Rodgers, I know he ain't gonna be in Green Bay. Sanders needs to go. Yeah, he gonna be gone. Will not be trading up though. I'm not sure how he's traded up the last 2 drafts for Devontae Smith and for Jordan Davis. Hey, there's something going on with Bieniemy, bro. For him not to have a coaching job. He said like Trent Simpson. Yo, up and I agree. LOL in the Jets with there aren't any Saul Gardners in this draft. Now that I heard the cornerbacks was deep in this draft. I would kill for Jalen Carter. Listen, bro. Listen to me. All right, look. You heard it here first. Okay? This is what I think Howie's gonna do draft, and I'm gonna end it at this because I don't really shouldn't even be talking about this. All right. Okay. You look at what Howie did with Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis. They both from Georgia. They're both champions. Okay. He's been pulling from the SEC now. Okay. He learned to pull from the SEC. You got, hear me out, Devontae Smith played with Jalen Hurts in the SEC at Alabama. Now look at that tandem. Chemistry, camaraderie. Then he went, the following year, he went and got Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean. Champions. Mind you, Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith won a championship at SEC at Alabama as teammates. Same with Jordan Davis and Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean. Both teammates, both won a championship together. Both played in the SEC. Jalen, and look, remember with Devontae Smith, he traded up to get him. Jordan Davis traded up to get him. We know how he will trade up. Jalen Carter is going to be on the Eagles' radar. And there's going to be a quarterback frenzy. So two quarterbacks is going the first 2 picks. Will Carter, whatever his name is, and then at 4, I mean that's where you go, So before the draft, you go to 8th or not. You try to go to 8th. You try to go to like 8th or 7th. And when you get to like 8, move to like 8 or 7, you're right there to move up to 4 and go get Jalen Carter. He played with Jordan Davis. He played with Nakobe Dean. Those would be, and he just won a championship too. They won championships together. So, bro, Hey, that's how I feel like it's lining up. I may be wrong. I'm going to get Jalen Carter. I'm going to get Jalen Carter. I would kill for Jalen Carter. I'm going, and he fits with how we draft. I want to slide. Yeah. You got to upgrade that number 3 receiver. You got to upgrade the number 3 receiver. You got to upgrade. We got to upgrade. We've seen enough for Quez. We got to upgrade. You have to. Yeah, we need a slot. We need a slot for sure, man. Trayvon kind of trash. Yeah, he kind of sus a little bit. All right, that's it, man. I'm glad y'all came to the stream. I got one tomorrow for you guys regarding Jalen Hurts' contract. We can break that down. I'll with y'all in the next video. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notice. Love you guys. I'm out. Gang.